Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the PantyNectar podcast, your host, PantyNectar.
Hello. Welcome to episode 69 of the PantyNectar podcast. I'm so grateful that you could join us today, wherever you're listening, in the car, in the office, at the grocery store, maybe. I hope that you enjoyed today's show. I don't know who's more excited for today, me or Mr. P.
PantyNectar, I just wanted to give that one another round of applause for the episode 69.
Yes. Welcome.
It's good to be here with you, PantyNectar. It's been a long time coming in, and we are very happy to bring this special 69th episode to the listeners. So thank you so much for everybody for joining us.
Yes. 69. Is that one of your favorite sex positions? Tell me about your 69.
Well, I think 69 is a very interesting. I think it's fun. It's exciting. But I would much rather be fucking.
You're like, just straight throw fucking.
Yeah.
Please get down on your knees and let me fuck your throat.
You have me figured out now, don't you,
here.
PantyNectar?
I do.
No, but yeah, it's fun, and like 69, I think is it's just. Like as immature as it may sound, it's just a part of the fucking culture, man.
No.
Like 69, like you can't say that number without giggling inside. Like is it just me, or is it just like anytime you hear it like on the news, or anytime somebody says something, or you have to say it at work or whatever it is, you're just like, oh.
So in a lot of my stuff that I was looking up for 69, apparently like saying nice after 69 was like an internet thing back then. Like if you saw anything that had to do with the number 69, someone would make a comment saying nice. Yeah, like that. So what you're talking about, part of the culture, that is like part of the culture. 69, I enjoy 69. I think it's a great way to maybe like amp people up and like get things going and tease a little bit. But I don't think it's a position to like achieve everything at. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
yes.
I think it's a playful position. I think it's a nice position to tease your partner and like have your partner tease you. Cause I know like whenever we 69, I can barely keep sucking dick because I'm like just moaning so much. Like I can't focus on both things. So that is one thing that I enjoy about 69. I enjoy the tease with it.
I like having your ass in my face, PantyNectar. If I want to be truthful here.
So we do like that position.
Yes.
And there are several different ways to 69, but let me read here. Women's Health Magazine breaks it down for us. How to 69. Have your partner lie down flat on their back. Climb on top so you're facing away from your partner. Your genitals should be lined up with your partner's mouth, and their genitals should be lined up with yours. Alternatively, you can try it on a side-by-side position. So what feels most comfortable to you. See what feels most comfortable to you. And I do like that they mention here, achieving the big O. That is not the purpose for this position all the time. So I think we talk a lot about expectations and like being in your head sometimes. And I think that is like a great little reminder of like, hey, you don't have to knock it out of the park in that.
Yeah, this article written by Caroline and Sabrina there at Women's Health Magazine. I really appreciate people writing these kind of things, and I really do enjoy reading them, but they kind of lose me when they start saying genitals.
I know. Well, yeah.
It's like, we're talking about 69 and having a fucking dick in, some chick's mouth. They're like,
can we please say pussy?
Yeah, like you could just say like, like your pussy should be lined up if you're, whatever it is.
And I also want to state that this position is not only for a pussy and a dick to line up with each other.
Well, it could be two pussies.
It could be two pussies.
Two dicks.
Two dicks.
Or a dick and a pussy.
Oh,
feel like that's some shit Samuel L. Jackson would say right there. Just tell you, right?
He's like, thanks for the shout out.
Yeah.
So I enjoy the 69 position. I think a nice thing for us, like the side by side. We've never done, I don't think, like the side by side 69, but we do a lot of side by side sex stuff. So because it's just like so comfortable, and you just grab me and we go at it like that.
You know who does a lot of interesting kind of sexual positions like that? And we mentioned them on the last podcast, was Poppy and Zach.
Oh, okay. So that dude, that is so funny that you say that. I was thinking of, so the video that I saw them talking in for the first time was him holding her upside down, like he's standing up and he's got her pussy to his face and she's sucking his dick. And that's the first video I actually like listened to of with their voices and stuff, because he like sets her down and she says something like, oh, the blood rushed all to my head or something like that. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Some of those, like, like some of those porns you see of like dudes holding up chicks in the standing 69 position. This guy looks like he's like 300 fucking pounds, but not an ounce of body fat. He looks like a bodybuilder
shredded.
Or some shit, holding like this
Picking her up
100-pound
like
chick.
nothing.
Just like throat fucking her.
We haven't ever tried. I would love to see you pick me.
You think I'd drop you or something?
I don't think that you drop me. I just don't think it would be like, that's not our thing. I don't need you to.
I'd have to put a pillow down on the floor so if your head hit the fucking floor.
We're like doing acrobats in the gym. I think like our thing is more like, I don't want to be thrown around. I just want to be choked and stuff. Like, keep me on the bed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it makes perfect sense.
You're like, yeah, I was choking you last night.
Yeah. I choked you good last night. Oh, yeah.
You did.
It's funny because last night after we had sex, I was thinking, oh, damn, I could talk about this one on the podcast tomorrow. That was some hot sex last night.
That was good sex last night.
Yeah.
Great sex last night.
Yeah.
And you did choke me, and I was seeing bliss.
What does bliss look like, PantyNectar?
Bliss looks like...
What is a beautiful view of bliss?
The feeling of bliss is like cold, if that makes sense. Like it makes me like get this weird like cold euphoric feeling on my body.
It makes your pussy really wet is what it does.
Does it? I bet, dude, because yeah. So we started side by side, our 66. We like our 66.
Is that what it's called? Why couldn't it be at 99?
Okay, 99.
We're just looking at the bed backwards or upside down or some shit.
Okay,
so we're 66.
We started in our 60s.
Never heard of that. How could? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to think.
But you can see it now, right?
Oh, 100%. Okay. Yeah. Big spoon, big spoon.
You gotta get through this. Okay. 66, and I think you started fucking me from the side like that. And then I think you couldn't help it. Well, you choked me in that position, so you...
People were...
People are like, what?
Like, oh, this chick's over here just getting fucking choked all the time by this dude. Like, call the police.
Yes.
Domestic violence.
No, I love it. No, we don't do a whole lot of choking stuff, but when we do, I enjoy it. And we,
I mean, there's always. Sorry, I didn't interrupt, but there's always choking, just not always like choking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No,
like
a firm hand.
Yeah, like a firm hand grab is just kind of a fucking given. You know?
Yeah, especially with you. That's one thing. That's a whole nother podcast episode. Anyway.
Go ahead, PN.
Anyways, so we were in the 66 position, and we were kind of leaned back though, so that my body could come back, and you had your like hands on my throat, the firm position. You had a handle on me.
Yeah.
And then when you started choking me, it felt amazing, like really choking me. So then you flipped me over onto my belly.
Yeah.
And then you just go to town.
Prone bone.
I love it. I do. I love it.
Yeah, prone bone's a good one. I think yeah, it's probably one of my favorites.
And it's not that I love like a real aggressive fuck, but I do, if that makes
You
sense.
can just like with prone bone, you can just like get so fucking deep. You know what I mean?
And your dick feels so good when it's like that.
You're not moving for a while, right?
And I don't want to, and I don't. After we finish, I don't move at all. I'm like done. But yeah, we enjoy the 69. We enjoy the 66 position. And I know a lot of my listeners are probably wondering, well, where did 69 come from? Where did this position start? Who came up with 69?
Who came up with it?
Okay. So it says, Viva la France. It says the slang 69 goes back, if you can believe it, to the French Revolution. The term is found in a 1790 French work, The Whore's Catechisms.
The French whore, once again.
Okay.
It's coming up through the history lesson, I guess.
Isn't that interesting that like lingerie ties it back a lot to that? This stuff, like a lot of sex stuff, that is interesting.
Back to France.
I've never thought of that before.
Like France, like it's like the, what do they say? Like the French language is like the, some type of
sexy,
love.
yeah.
Or, like the language of love, some shit like that. And they like to love over there. So all the perfumes and shit,
How cool that the French like started a lot of what is used everywhere. And maybe they weren't the only ones to start it, but this says English picked up 69 by the 1880s with its numerical shorthand 69, familiar by the 1970s. As long as there have been humans, though, there probably has been practice of 69 because we know people have been doing it. It's described in the ancient Indian Kama Sutra, for instance, as the Congress of the Crow position.
Congress of the Crow?
That's intense, right?
Yeah.
That sounds intense.
Yeah, when I think of crows,
Congress
I don't
of the
know.
Crow.
I grew up watching that movie with crows and shit where they're real scary. Like I think it's called Crow or something like.
I've
never
never
seen that?
No.
Or oh man, see, like I'm not a movie buff, so I don't know. But like I remember being a kid, man, like in the early '90s, and watching this fucking movie about crows, like mean crows. So like I don't.
You don't fuck with crows.
No, and dude, crows are so freaking smart.
Yeah.
I did not understand when I was in boot camp in California, there was we would have MREs and we would put them in our pack, and our drill instructors would tell us to make sure that we packed them real good, so like no like edges of the MRE were hanging out of the pack at all. Dude, sure as shit. You go out to the field, those fucking crows will come. And if they can get like an edge of an MRE, now if MREs, they're in like real hard plastic where you have to cut them open with something basically. You can't just tear open an MRE with your hands. You can't do it. And so these crows, they'll come up and they'll grab your shit and they'll just start tearing it open from like inside the pack to where they'll try to pull it out, rip it open and
What
eat
the
it.
heck?
Yeah. And
That's
they know that these fucking MREs have food. It's crazy. It's crazy. Smart birds.
This article from dictionary.com says the position involves different or same-sex partners going down on each other, genitals or anus at the same time, usually achieved by laying on their sides or on top of each other. Unless the people involved take to the standing 69 or the Eiffel 69.
Eiffel 69. The good old Eiffel Tower. Once again, it's the French, man. It's the French.
I didn't even think about that either.
Yeah.
Also, big shout out to the Discord. Discord here lately has been popping. If you have not been inside the Discord, I'm telling you, you're missing out. We have some amazing women in there right now, along with all of our men. Super supportive group in there in general. Family. I want to say family because I feel like I probably talk to those people more,
Then you talk to me.
than I talk to my husband.
Probably so.
No, it's just a really awesome group, Everyone that's in there is obviously there for the same reason, but it's pretty cool to have created a community that is so much more than that, than just not safe for work stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to have the relationships in there, the mods in there that kick ass and help me every single day with the Discord, and everyone that contributes and is a member, you know, that Cox Only page, that thing.
A lot of meat missiles flying around there. Don't fucking go in there unless you want to be assaulted with dick.
There is a lot of dick.
There's a lot of dick. We proudly show it off. So that's what it's there for.
That is exactly what it's there for. You know, we also have the channel for the females. We even have channels for your food if you want to share your food or your pets or something going on in your life. We also have a anonymous confession channel. I don't know if you guys have read some of those anonymous confessions, but they are pretty spicy in there. All right, thank you for joining episode 69. It has been so much fun. Next episode, we are going to hear from a few more content creators, sex workers in this space on some of their outlooks on things, and I cannot wait to share that with you guys.
See ya.
Till next time.